Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to this channel right now and share this segment everywhere. It is possible. Am I saying it's going to happen? Is this a prediction? No. Am I saying that it is possible that Biden eventually resigns before November of 24? Yes, it is. And Democrats will not skip a beat. It will not be viewed as, some kind of bizarre and outlandish and historic moment. It is possible, and then they're like AI robots. They're like artificial intelligence robots. Anything that takes place will be for the good of the country, even if it's massive, even if it shows and exemplifies massive corruption within their political party. It is possible that Mashed Potato Brains leaves office because impeachment has begun. The impeachment of Joe Biden has begun. A gentleman named Devin Archer is going to testify before Congress. Hunter's friend to tell Congress, then VP Joe Biden, joined dozens of Sun's business meetings via phone. Report: House Republicans continue to investigate whether the Biden family used the influence then Vice President Joe had in the White House to gain foreign business deals. He did. Not only, when Trump lies, they make a big deal about it, and it's about crowd size. Trump has not lied over anything that's, grandiose. And if you want to talk about his last year in office, look at what Andrew Cuomo and Pelosi and all of them stated before they then stated it was the end of the world. Daily Mail: Hunter Biden put father on the phone at least 24 times during business meetings with clients. So, First Son's ex-friend will testify to Congress. This man is going to testify to Congress. Yes, Joe can, Mashed Potato Brains can possibly resign. A person named Devin Archer is going to testify. This is a very historic moment, and Biden not only lied, Hunter not only lied, the 51 intelligence officials not only lied, all of media, the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, Vanity Fair, Esquire, Rolling Stone, New Yorker, New York Magazine, The Atlantic, they say The Atlantic, all these, they lie by omission. They lie by omission. If they don't overtly lie, they lie by omission. They do not tell you the most important stories, and they harp on what Trump put in boxes as a president with the power to declassify. And they ignore that Clinton had servers, and I think that Hillary Clinton will be the 24 nominee for the Democratic Party. I mean, listen, that's why you watch this channel, because I'm willing to just go out on a limb. The Democratic Party is a political machine. The Clintons still run the political machine, still very influential. Just ask the Honorable James Comey and the Honorable, all of them that used to be in government, no longer in government, okay? They still have a lot of influence. I cannot imagine Hillary Clinton looking at Fetterman in Pennsylvania and Mashed Potato in the Oval Office. I can't imagine Hillary Clinton saying, oh, okay, these people are in power and I'm not. I don't know. There's just something about 2016 that I won't let go of. Okay? I'm like a hologram. You know that part in Star Wars where it's Princess Leia and she's like a hologram and she's like, help us, Obi-Wan, your only hope. You're watching actually a hologram, okay? I'm a hologram from 2016. And I just don't see all of this is leading to some kind of political event where Joe Biden decides on his own, of course, with nobody telling him what to do, because of course he's completely lucid and autonomous and doesn't have a million handlers. I think that what's going to take place is you have Mashed Potato Brains deciding, hey, there's no need to go through an impeachment where everyone eventually testifies against Hunter and himself and everyone around them. And then eventually, with a new administration, all of that congressional information comes out. I think that the likelihood is he gets impeached, and the likelihood is that he probably doesn't resign. I think that's the likelihood. The chances are better that he doesn't resign, okay? So if anyone watches this and tries to take my words out of context, there you go. The chances are better that Biden doesn't resign, that he just gets impeached, and that he probably becomes the nominee. I do think, however, things are going to play out where Clinton eventually takes control. Again, I am like a hologram from 2016. You cheat Bernie Sanders and then blame Russia. I think you're pretty influential in the Democratic Party. But you have a situation where the business partner, according to Fox News, Daily Mail, a whole bunch of other publications, worked with Hunter, knows that people were giving money, hundreds of millions of dollars to their businesses because of Biden as vice president. It's called bribery and graft. It's not just kickbacks. It is infiltrating the United States government with the promise of money, honey. You are influencing U.S. foreign policy by doing business with a top-level Democrat that is in charge of a specific country that has been invaded under his watch. So even if the most morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat watches this and says, my God, this is all blasphemy and heresy, why was that country invaded while Biden was president? I thought he was supposed to have protected that country. There's no way to spin it. I remember they would spin it saying, well, what's his name? Vladimir got what he wanted with Trump. What did he want? Peace? What did he want? I don't understand the mentality that it's good that we're 90 seconds to midnight with Democrats in charge. That's why it's a moral imperative to vote for Trump. We were not 90 seconds to midnight in terms of foreign policy. I don't care about his tweets. I care about a nuclear annihilation. Okay? Nuclear confrontation, Trump's tweets. Gee, what do you think is more important, morally superior imbecile who can't stand Trump? What do you think is more important? A new Cold War, preventing a new Cold War, or Trump's mean words? Okay, which, by the way, Biden is he has said things that are even more egregious, but nobody cares. Okay, what he told Charlemagne the God was far more offensive than anything Trump has ever said. But immediately the Washington Post and others went to his defense. Biden's. But anyway, so he's scheduled to testify June 12th. Devin Archer, 48, was subpoenaed by Congress June 12th by the House Oversight Committee, which is investigating Hunter's businesses. Okay, it's going as slow as molasses. And, of course, there's a picture of all of them playing golf. Of course, 51 intel officials said this was a plot by the Kremlin. Everything that shows that the Bidens were getting money, the Clintons were getting money from other countries to either influence U.S. foreign policy or to influence them as top officials within an administration to influence foreign policy, even if they didn't influence foreign policy. Let's say they accepted money and didn't. It's still a problem because you are giving the illusion or you're promising that one day you might. So you're giving the impression that you are compromised as a top-level Democrat accepting hundreds of millions of dollars. Trump doesn't have this scandal. Want to know why? He hasn't been indicted for anything close to this. One was a Presidential Records Act complete farce that it'll be overturned by the Supreme Court, or there won't even be, it'll be a mistrial, because he's a president with the power to declassify. The other was a complete joke, where he was the one extorted, and they had to get misdemeanors elevated to a felony. So that's complete nonsense in New York. Then they're going to try to get him in Georgia and in D.C., both of which aren't crimes because it took them 7 years or 2.5 years to 7 years, 2 to 3 years to try to get him on, and they still can't. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. The resignation is possible. Give me